What's going on, guys? Lefty here. Today I wanted to show you guys my new and improved LMG build. Um, I know I just released an LMG build, but I think I've made it even better than what it was before, and it capitalizes on basically all the metas and still gives you everything that you need to be very successful in both PvP and PvE. So without further ado, let's just hop right into it and let me get explained. So right off the bat, as you can see, I've changed a couple things around. I'm running the demo spec. I got an M249 with unhinged Allegro, and I do have cannon. I want to change that for something, but we'll figure it out. Probably protected reload. I've given up the RPK only because the RPK is very good. However, it relies very heavily on procs. It doesn't give you a lot of all-around utility, and so when you're facing a very good team or when you just need that bit of damage and you don't have your procs, you're not going to get it with an RPK. So what I've done is I've gone with the M249 and unhinged, just so that way I have some all-around damage all the time. I don't mind giving up the weapon handling, and I have Allegro. It's just a great gun in my opinion. An alternative as well is the M60 here. I do think the M249 is a little bit better just because of the RPM, but pretty much same rolls. All good to go, but for now I'm running the M249. Moving on to the secondary, this is a fun little discovery. I'm running the Lullaby or the Sweet Dreams if you have it, either or. So what you want to do is you want to have this so that way you have evasive, and while equipped, dodging reloads 25% of your current weapon mag. So essentially when I'm using the M249 or even the M60 or any LMG for that matter, all I have to do is roll and I get a free 25 bullets in the magazine. If I roll 4 times, it's a full reload, and it is faster to roll 4 times than reload. Plus, you're more mobile, so it's kind of a win-win. For the pistol, I've given up overlap. I was slightly misinformed. After doing a bit of testing and trying some things out, I've realized that it only applies to the actual weapon that it's on. So, I mean, yeah, rate of fire increase on shotgun is actually really good when you run Allegro pre-med overlap. So that's there, but it doesn't actually go and spread across to the M60 or the M249 or really whatever primary you have. So instead, what I've done is I've opted out for protected deploy, just so that way I get an extra 10% bonus armor while deploying a skill. Ideally, I do want to change this out for maybe something else, but not quite sure yet. I think rooted might be the option. Getting into the actual gear, running the same yawl mask, weapon handling dialed in, health on kill, skill power. Ideally, I want to swap this for HP, but beggars can't be choosers. I'm still very happy with this mask. The chest piece, I'm running a Petrov chest piece with skill power, weapon damage, headshot, bonus armor, and I got hardened on there to give me a little bit more survivability. I do have a utility mod, so that way I can get on the ropes procced up. The holster, I'm running a Raleigh holster with skill power and precise, so that way I get a headshot damage modifier just to boost it up to just over 100. Very nice to have. The backpack, Apollo operator backpack. Now this is very important if you're going for an Raleigh backpack for an on the ropes build, because what it does is it gives you the utility slot, and no other Raleigh backpacks actually do that, so the Apollo operator is the one to go for. I got weapon damage, skill power. Ideally, I want to swap this for weapon damage and bonus armor. Hardened on the ropes. These are 2 very important talents that you need. For the gloves, I have health skill power on Gila gloves with compensated. And I have this because I get a utility mod slot on here while still getting a skill power roll and a health roll. Ideally, I want to change this to skill power damage, but unfortunately on the Gila gloves specifically, you can't do that because you're always going to be guaranteed this blue roll. And then on the knee pads, I have a nice set of Gila Guard knee pads, and I'm running empowered. Now this can be changed out for embraced, braced. Just for when you hop in cover, your M249 with unhinged is going to be a laser beam. And then I have 2 extra mod slots with total armor and the extra incoming healing to give my chem launcher a little bit more meaning as well as more survivability. Really quickly, going into the weapon mods, I have a long optics rail ACOG scope, and I'll explain why once I get into the firing range. I got a rate of fire boost. I think having just a bit more rate of fire on a M249 is very beneficial. accuracy, so that way I get a little bit of a tighter spread, and that combined with the dialed in is very good. And then this last one I can change out really for anything, but right now the best one in my opinion is the stability minus optimal range. Or you could even just run stability just because you do have dialed in. In fact, I might do that right now. And that's pretty much the weapon mods for the pistol. These don't really matter. I mean, optimal range ideally, just because pistols don't have good optimal range, and you can make up for that with both distance as well as, you know, maybe a good sight. But that's the build I'm working with. For the skills, these are two very important skills to make this build all come together. You have the chem launcher, and on the chem launcher specifically, I do have 6 shots and a 27.9% heal. I want to find a better mod with a higher skill power requirement, somewhere around 1800, which will boost my heal up to around 40%. Same thing with the ammo. I want to get the ammo up maybe like 2 more charges. Same thing, just need a higher skill power requirement mod. That will come in time. But for now, armor repairs at 64k with 6 charges. This is very, very good. And then I have my pulse. I run the EMP with 2 radius mods to give the radius as much distance as possible, and this is very good for dealing with the vector builds running shield and drone, because I find that that is really the only true counter to this build, is that when all your bullets are being eaten up. But besides that, these two combined are very, very good to proc on the ropes, because once we get into the firing range here, you can see that all I have to do is drop 1 chem launcher and pop EMP. Instantly I have on the ropes. Again, same thing, just stand in chem launcher and then I fire. There you go, we're good to go. And then the reason I'm running the ACOG scope is because while you're shooting with really an LMG, you're able to aim down sight and it just becomes a laser beam. So this bloom, that circle that tightens up, pretty much goes away as soon as you aim down sight. And it's just gonna shoot in a straight line, very easy. The more stability I have, the more it's gonna laser. And if you do hop in cover here, see that it just gets even better. Combine that with brace, it's just an absolutely disgusting combination. Then you can see all I gotta do is roll and I get 25 shots. All this combined makes for a very, very good utility build that doesn't really require a lot to proc on the ropes, gives you counter for Vector shield drone, as well as just good all-around base damage. To wrap things up, we're gonna go to the stats here. We will put on normalization because I think that's important. So we have 10k weapon damage, 97% headshot damage. I kind of wish this was a little bit higher, but that just comes down to min-maxing with attributes. I do have minus 25% weapon handling instead of minus 35 with y'all. With braced in cover, that would go completely away. The 35% weapon damage bonus, 25% LMG bonus, and 167k armor, which is really good, 30k HP and 2k skill power. All in all, guys, I genuinely think this is probably one of the best and sort of the direction you want to go with the on the ropes build when you run LMG. Just a good counter in PvP and even in PvE with all the procs that you're getting. You're just spitting out good, consistent damage. If you could get Unstoppable Force on the chest to run for PvE, it would be even better. However, I think for PvP, this is best in slot without a doubt. Alright guys, so with that said, I hope you guys enjoyed the build. Very, very excited to be showing you this. If you guys did enjoy, leave a comment, like, subscribe. It'd mean the world to me. I am streaming a lot on Twitch now, almost daily. If you guys want to come by, hang out in the chat, that'd be super cool. But until the next video, guys, I will be working on more things to come. Hopefully maybe a shotgun or pistol something. We'll see. So until then, take care. Have a good one. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.